Hi everybody, this is DeGarmo Tech coming back at you with another video of DeGarmo Tech Explains All. This week we're going to be doing something a little bit different. um, Instead of me just describing a topic straight up and kind of telling you what it is, I am actually going to be pitching this to a instructor at Penn State University and discussing a topic that I found was not covered enough in the curriculum and some of the classes that I have gone throughout or have gone through. And I've just created like a little resource here with Hack CMS, and I just wanted to talk about some of the benefits that could be implemented by using Hack CMS and why this resource may be better than what was provided by the university already. So the topic that I wanted to discuss was Active Directory. Um, for those of you that aren't familiar with Active Directory, I'll start by just a very brief explanation. It's essentially a tool that is used in a Windows Server operating system that can be used to control um, various amounts of things, whether it be pushing out updates or updating requirements for passwords, managing users, things along those lines. For if you have a large organization where there are multiple users that are connecting to the same like network or server. For example, here at Penn State, how all of us we have our logins for on-campus computers that allow us to log in, but there are also password requirements and updates that need to get pushed onto those computers. So the reason why I chose this was because um, I interned this summer with a defense contractor in Maryland, and I was working with their classified information systems. And working with some of these information systems, I worked with in some of our server rooms and shadowed my mentor for the summer. And he actually kind of stressed the importance to me about Active Directory and knowing how to use it and understanding how it works. And one of my assignments for the summer was actually um, you know, creating a virtual or what is known as like a sandbox of virtual machines and creating a sample Active Directory. Now, this was covered for maybe about 5 minutes of what the Active Directory was in one of the classes that I took here. I won't specify who the professor was, but it was an SRA 221 class. Now, it seems that this isn't, part of the curriculum that is extremely necessary, that at least Penn State feels isn't very necessary, but it was something that I'm working with, I worked with over the summer, and something that I will continue to be working with once I go back full time next summer. So the reason why I created this site here with Hacks was because I just wanted to show how simple it is to use and how this resource can be used over just a single slide that is found in one of these PowerPoints. As you can see here, if I were to want to edit the page, I can go in here and I can add whatever it is that I want. I can upload multiple different types of media. I believe I just have like the link to this site here. And when you post it, you can pick, exactly what you want. You can see that there's literally like so many options here that you can choose from. It's really easy to use. And the way that you can structure courses on this, it's very easy. My professor that I had for my IST 402 class, he is like the creator and the backbone of Hack CMS, and his course setup is actually same theme and everything, and it was very pleasant using it. As you can see, I just broke it up into different scenarios. I gave like a brief introduction about why I made this, and just a little bit of background. Here's a little like page about myself and why I chose this, why I am qualified to be talking about this and creating this site, and things like that. Then I moved into a basic how it works page. Now, the thing with Active Directory is all of the steps to create, like and understand Active Directory and to create like a domain controller. It's very, very, very technical, and there are a lot of different steps. So, as opposed to making a ridiculously long page of exactly how to do it, I just linked a couple of videos that literally show you step by step how to do it because I won't lie when I did it over the summer, And this wasn't just my idea. My mentor also told me, he said, if you want to learn how to do this and create the sandbox, literally look it up on YouTube and just look up a step-by-step tutorial. I mean, honestly, YouTube and tutorials is probably one of the biggest resources for anything when it comes to being technical. I mean, even things that aren't even related to Active Directory. If I ever have any questions about anything, I always, always, always just look it up on YouTube or look it up online. So that was the approach that I took here, because that was the approach that I took this summer when, I didn't have a resource like this to look at, and I just kind of had to find it out on my own and then work with what I could find. So that method that worked the best for me, I figured I would implement here instead of, having, obviously there was only one slide of this for my class that I was in, but even bumping that into like 30 slides and trying to explain it over PowerPoint presentations is just not the way to go. And it is not going to be effective. So I made a basic how it works page. I have a few requirements. You have to have either like a server room that you can apply this to with multiple machines, or I mentioned the sandbox earlier that I had created over the summer, which is also a very viable option and is free if you have internet. Um, Also, an activated version of Windows Server 2016. I know there's a version of Windows Server 2019 out now, but that is not entirely, necessary. If you have 2016, it should be fine, and a stable internet connection. Like I said, just a basic description of how it works and things like that. And I went on to just some brief use cases of where you can find it in corporations and businesses and things like that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I did say that I literally referred to step-by-step tutorials on YouTube, and I believe that this video right here was the exact video that I used this summer. So I highly recommend it. I included a link on exactly what enabling a domain controller is, what it does, and things like that. And then I just included just some very basic links about what it is and what Active Directory can be used for. Um, yeah, so like I said, I mean, it's a very great tool that can be used. As you can see, I broke it down very easily in hacks here, and this is a absolutely great resource that can be used over, things like traditional PowerPoint presentations and whatnot. So stay tuned for part 2 of this video, where I will continue the discussion of Hack CMS and Active Directory. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching.